So Sukihana hopped in Tasha K DM and told her basically how she felt about Tasha K constantly ratting her, right? Now I'm gonna say this, y'all. I know Tasha K is one of the bloggers that, she reports on celebrity gossip. She speaks her mind. Really, Tasha K, she outside of celebrity gossip, she is nothing else that she does report on. Like, you know how some channels they give you a variety of, different things that they report on. Tasha K is one of the channels that she is usually directed to like one specific direction. You know, quiet as it's kept, Tasha K said a lot of things that were true in this particular video. But one thing Suki said was true, basically, when she said how, you judging me, but you hurt people every day. And I couldn't agree more. Because, and then Tasha K said, well, if you think I do, you need to go see somebody. Uh, um, in that moment, y'all, I lied to you not, I actually had to pause the video to come make this video because the gaslighting was real, was at an all-time high. The fact that you basically implying that the girl need to go see a psychiatrist because she feels how she feels. Let me tell you something that I have learned from life, and I was just having this conversation with someone earlier. Um, One thing, I can't speak for nobody else, but the way that my nerves are programmed, first and foremost, my nerves have all were already bad ever since was a little girl. Okay, but with age, it seems like it's gotten even worse. Okay, meaning I'm not quick to jump up and fight the way I used to. Yeah, I've told y'all story times. I will retaliate. Yeah, most definitely. But, other than that, I try to avoid people that bring that side out of me because it's very draining. It's very draining. Um, I'll give you an example. Hell, the church that I grew up in, I found out that the pastor there is retiring. And I told y'all about a couple of things that I went through in this particular church and how the people were. And, I took my chance and still went to the church after, I told y'all I had an aunt that passed away a month before I was born. And on her deathbed, she still did not want that pastor to pray for her. Right? So with time, people will always tell me, I can't believe you going to that church, the way that they treated her, she was an albino. So she would tell my dudes how, when she would cook food and how people act like they didn't want it. And, would hurt her feelings. And, people will often say, I can't believe you would go to that church after, they treated her like that. And, so with time I had to, learn certain things for myself. So I stopped going to the church because with time, I just had to see things for myself, right? So boom. So I found out that pastor is retiring and he's gonna have a ceremony later on this year. So I said, my dudes was telling me about it. And, I told her I probably stop on by, even though I stopped going to that church, like my godmother had told me, the church is still gonna have a little, even though you didn't agree with certain things, the church is still gonna have a little teeny place in your heart because you grew up in that church, right? So, and that might be true. So I say, I'm gonna go here and preach for one last time. You'll see how this relates. So when I tell you all that, the older I get, my patience for things is a lot slimmer. It's a lot shorter. My patience have always been bad, but it's even worse. Like, it's to the point where it's just certain things I'm just not tolerating. I feel like I'm in my mid-20s. You look up one day, you'll be 30. You look up one day, the years of, well, time waits on nobody. You see what I'm saying? So I just don't have the patience like I used to for certain things. I don't have the patience for certain conversations like I used to. And I find myself not wasting my breath on certain things that I feel like, it's just redundant at this point. It's no purpose, right? So long story short, my dudes was telling me that, when you come back and visit, don't go back in there acting like you can't speak to certain people. You know how you do, you don't want to say nothing to them, you don't want to be bothered with them. And for the most part, like I told her, I can't tell you that I'm going to speak to certain people because I'm the type of person, if it's not sincere, I'm not going to do it. You know how you ever meet somebody and they say they're going to do something for you, and every time you turn around, you got to hear about it? I'm not that person. I'm that person. If I don't want to do it, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Is because it's not sincere. So with that being said, why would I speak to you if it's not sincere? Why would I ask you how you doing if it's not sincere? Why would I acknowledge you if it's not sincere? That's just where I'm at with it at, like, in life at this juncture. I'm just not gonna do it, and that's just how I am. That's just how I'm programmed. I'm not good at being phony. I never have been that girl that was good at being phony. If I feel some type of way towards you, it's gonna show. If I don't care much for you, it's gonna show. I've been told that I'm one of those people where that my facial expression is gonna tell you everything. I don't know, but I've been told that a couple of times. So it's no sense in me sitting there, hey, how you doing? Knowing that I don't care. I don't care about you. I don't care about how you're doing. So it's really not no point in me even asking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no point in me even faking a funk, because even if I did, you gonna know. You know what I'm saying? So it's no point in that. So with that being said, Suki was in, the email, you know, um, pouring her heart out to Tasha, basically low key begging her to stop dragging her, right? So when I brought up that example about the church, the thing is, I have learned in life, certain people in life, they're natural born gaslighters. Like, that's just who they are. They're gonna flip the script and make you think you're crazy, make you think that, you need to stop tripping. Certain people, and I do believe Tasha is one of those people, because, when I told y'all this, when I just gave you the example about the church story time, one day I'm going to give y'all a story time on that church. I'm not going to tell y'all the church name, but like I always say, it's no point in me saying I regret going to the church, because I learned a lot of valuable lessons, not just about church, but people in life in general. You see what I'm saying? And it was one particular lady there that reminds me of Tasha K. She talks crap about everybody, but she could be funny at times. So a lot of the times you could put up with certain things about her, and because she was funny, like I told y'all, um, I'm one of those people. If you can make me laugh, I will love you to pieces. I can overlook a lot of things if you can make me laugh, because I don't know what it is. I hate that, but I just love to laugh, and it's to the point where I can overlook certain stuff with folks if they can make me laugh, right? So when I say that, meaning looking back on certain things, it was a lot of toxic relationships, not just the toxic family member story. Like I told y'all, in the toxic family member story, she was very funny, that particular cousin. So oftentimes, like I told y'all, I could overlook a lot of BS with her, because just off the strength of her being able to make me laugh. You see what I'm saying? So this particular person, that's gonna be a story time for another day. She remind me of Tasha a lot, right? And there's just it's just the gaslighting was at an all-time high with her, and it was to the point where I just stopped acknowledging her. So one day she told me I was evil because I wouldn't speak back to her when she spoke to me. So it's just, y'all, when I tell y'all, this lady was so full of it. Like, when I tell y'all, she was so full of it. Like, one time I, I was literally in a fellowship hall, and I overheard her talking crap about me to one of the deacons. Like, when I tell y'all, like, she was so full of it. And when I asked her about it, she when I came out the fellowship hall, and I said I heard that, and she said, oh shucks, well my bad. So she was like, oh shucks, well my bad. So once church was over, she was like, you take care, have a blessed night. And I ain't say nothing, right? And she was like, oh, she's so evil. I told her have a blessed night. She was supposed to say you too. It's y'all, I don't care what nobody say, church folks or something else. So you mean to tell me I'm evil because I just heard you talking about me earlier and now I'm not speaking back, so that makes me evil? Y'all, when I tell y'all, this lady was, ugh, she was something. But anyway, that's gonna be a story time. I'm gonna go more in depth with that story time for another day. But yeah, Tasha is remind me of that person. She remind me of that person, like, but she's funny. So I tune in, if that makes sense. Um, but other than that, y'all, Suki was right, but at the end of the day, Tasha made a good point. If you're gonna be soft about it, you in the wrong industry. Because Suki has to understand, y'all know I go up for Suki. But one thing Tasha said that was true. And she made a lot of good points. Quiet as it's kept. You introduce yourself as Sukihana, not Destiny. And we're not God. We can't tell you how you should have did anything. That's what you felt you needed to do for you to put yourself on. So when you come across that way, you have to be able to take whatever people have to say. And I get you being upset because you probably felt like Tasha was your friend. I watched the Sukihana Tasha K interview. You probably thought you were off limits when it came to Tasha going in on you, but Tasha she has said multiple times. She quiet as a kept. If you ask me, she'd have made her point. She has said numerous occasions she does not have any friends in the industry. It's fair game. She has said that multiple times. I have heard that with my own two ears. Okay? So it's not like, she has not warned you. If I ever heard somebody say something like that on their platform, you think I'm about to think they're my friend? Wendy Williams is another one. And to be honest, if Tasha keeps going down this road, uh, of just going in on everybody, I told y'all before I could see Wendy Williams, her Wendy Williams era in her future. Meaning, when she gets up there in age, she done burnt a lot of bridges. So she ain't gonna really have nobody there to be there for, you know. But maybe it'll be a little different because Wendy only had one son versus Tasha has two, you know, and the husband. I mean, well, Wendy had a husband, but I mean, I guess it'll be a little different because Tasha has two kids. And on top of that, she has a girl. And for what I hear, girls are more so, better nurturers when it comes to their mother. So I mean, I don't know, but um I don't know. And I sidebar, I still don't see why she keep mentioning her sister-in-law, aka Cardi B. I still don't understand why you keep mentioning this girl at this point. Um, I don't know. I don't know, but Suki, she did make some good points. If you lately, it seems like you getting really sensitive, and it seems like you getting really sensitive about these things for somebody to talk, so much vulgar language. It seemed like you would just be a little more, then you told her, you said you talked to your family about, I said, oh, here we go, people uh pulling the siren to call the dogs, which Tasha don't sound like to me. She cared her. She don't seem like she was fighting at that for real. But I said, here we go. And don't tell me she one of them kind. But I mean, that thing was kind of funny when Tasha said when she said when she was reading the thing, how she said She told her family told her to leave it alone, or don't pay no mind or something. And Tasha said she thinks she should listen to him. Man, that was funny. That was funny. Um, to be honest, y'all, Tasha talk a lot of big dog shit, but ain't nobody put their hands on her. I don't know why. I think Tasha got hands though. Quiet as it's kept, I really do think she got hands. And I don't mean no harm. Suki, quick question. This is from me to you. What's that child name on Love and Hip Hop Miami that all y'all girls was ganging up on, and you was talking a lot of big dog shit? I don't know why, but you came to Tasha very humble. You came there very humble. I was just looking for the sukihana that was turning up on that girl with all them other girls. I just wonder, are you the type that only turn up on people when you got your family and your friends around? Is that the case? Because all I'm saying is you came to Tasha real humble. But I'm gonna leave it alone.